Brutal attack. Ukrainian troops destroyed dozens of tanks and 900 Russian troops in one day. Ukraine's general staff reported on Sunday that Moscow's forces had lost 13 tanks, 14 armored vehicles and a Russian aircraft since its previous update on Saturday. It said Ukraine's forces had shot down a Russian Su-25 aircraft, a single-seat, twin-engine Soviet-era plane. The general staff reported that 900 Russian soldiers had been killed during the same time frame, but that couldn't be independently verified. On Friday, the British Defense Ministry said Russian forces had abandoned armored vehicles near the Donetsk town of Volodar, which has seen heavy fighting in recent weeks. After relaunching an offensive around the western edge of Volodar late last month, the inexperienced unit sent by Russia's military command likely suffered particularly heavy casualties. The Defense Ministry said Russian troops likely fled and abandoned at least 30 mostly intact armored vehicles in a single incident. After a failed assault, the government department wrote on Twitter on February 10. Russian ultranationalist mill blogger Igor Girkin wrote on Telegram that more than 30 units of armored vehicles were lost in attacks on Volodar. Deputy chairman of the Russian Security Council and former Russian President Dmitry Medvedev said on Thursday that Russia was going to up its tank production after Western countries committed further military aid to Kiev. How should we respond? Medvedev said on Telegram on February 9 following a visit to Siberia, according to Reuters. It is clear that in this case it is natural for us to increase production of various armaments, including modern tanks. On February 9, citing the Dutch open-source monitoring outlet Oryx, the Institute for the Study of War think tank said Russia had lost around half of the tanks it had committed to Ukraine at the start of the invasion in February last year. As of Sunday, Oryx had confirmed 1,008 Russian tanks as destroyed in Ukraine, with a further 79 damaged and 85 abandoned. Ukrainian forces have captured 546, according to its tally. The open-source outlet said Russia had also lost 483 armored fighting vehicles, with 12 damaged, 27 abandoned and 258 captured. Moscow's forces had lost at least 295 armored personnel carriers, with 182 destroyed and 96 captured by Ukraine, it added, in addition to the loss of 176 infantry mobility vehicles. However, these numbers are likely to be much higher in reality, according to Oryx, as the outlet only counts vehicles where there is photographic or video evidence. The Russian military needs to quickly replenish these tanks.